What's up, anybody who watches these videos? MHhauser321 here, and I am back with another installment of my Contra playthrough. We are here, it's Sunday morning, it's a pretty nice day, I would say, beginning of November. I am, I think halfway through this game. I've beat the first entry levels. I've got the Konami code in, so I've got about 30 lives, and I'm working my way through it. I'm in the 3D perspective, pseudo 3D perspective sort of mode. I'm about to open up me a drink right here. Here we go. Check this out. Tasty. Woo! If you can guess what drink that is, you win a prize. Just kidding, you won't win anything. Don't guess. There's no bosses in these levels per se, like these 3D type levels, but there is like a final door room that has lots more enemies and lots more guns shooting at you. So it can be kind of difficult, but you know, it's not that bad. I think the hardest stage is coming up. What's really hard is where one of the bosses that I lose a lot of the lives on is this guy. It's hard to describe. He kind of looks like, have you ever seen Thor? There's this like sentinel that comes in and fights everybody, and like the last man, I don't know, the last man the day the Earth stood still is like this big, with Keanu Reeves, this big giant like machine looking thing. I know that's an old movie, but it's actually a good movie. My dad really likes the original one, and I've seen it before, and it's good too. For an old movie, it really sort of stands up. It's about an alien who comes to tell Earth that it's going to be like deleted or taken over or something like that. He's trying to, or this one guy's trying to convince him not to destroy the Earth or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I'm just curious what you all thought of this layout I had. It's the first time I've ever made a video like this with a layout in we're at the next boss. So it's the same format, as you can tell, as the other boss at the end of the 3D type level. It's got like 3 or 4 guns, these cool jumping enemies at you, which I'm sure they spent a lot of time making, and then these turrets, right? So you just shoot all the turrets, and then the enemies, I think they stop coming, and then they shoot these like what I call bubbles. To me, they look just like bubbles. I'm surprised that they wouldn't make like a missile-looking thing or something, but they're sort of heat-seeking. Yeah. That's just something I do. Every time I take a sip, I go like that. Yeah. But you have to shoot the heads here, and one head will eventually die, and then there'll just be another one. I lose a lot of lives here, to be honest. It's hard to dodge these bubble things. Like, look at that. How am I supposed to dodge that? You know? What am I doing? I think I'm trying to shoot that cannon when it opens or something. Like, it's the only way to kill it. I think when it's closed, you can't do any damage to it. Oh my god, it becomes almost impossible to survive at certain points in this fight. But okay, so I finally used like most of all my 30 lives. Got the cannon down, and now I'm on to just these guys, just the little heat-seeking bubbles, or what are those things called in Metroid at the very last boss? They call them Cheerios, I think. They're like little circles that come at you, and you have to freeze them in order to stop them. Like circle you, or they chase after you. And I actually think that the head here kind of reminds me of the Transformers Transformer symbol, but the Autobot symbol, right? There's the Autobots and Decepticons. Kind of looks like it when they come together, doesn't it? I've seen people with that tattoo before. Alright, I think we're on to what I would call the second hardest stage, or the first hardest. I can't think. Yeah, this is probably the hardest stage to learn. it's not the hardest stage after you learn the patterns and stuff. The thing about like Contra that makes it difficult is, yeah, that you have a really weird hitbox. Your character has like a really, not weird, big hitbox. But the other thing is that sometimes when you're moving forward on the screen, enemies will appear and shoot before you have a chance to react. So the only way to beat a certain segment is to know what's coming. And you only know what's coming from experience of playing the game. See, I lost my first set of 30 lives there. So on to the next one. And the only way to, like I was saying, the only way to know what's coming is from practice, from playing it. And yeah, and even then, it's kind of random, I think, what enemies will come into the screen. Like, I know it's somewhat predictable, but not always. I think these little, like, you know, grunts here that just come in over and over again just come kind of randomly. Sometimes they'll shoot like that, sometimes they'll just walk, you know, and sometimes they're really easy to defeat. Sometimes they'll try to jump on you, chase you down. So that random element makes it hard too. Also makes it hard is the life restriction, but you can get past that. It's about the only way to beat it. I can't remember what the boss is in this level. I think it's like a ship that shoots stuff down. It's kind of a neat idea, really. Like, I don't think that, like, some games, like in Mega Man, I don't know why I always reference Mega Man, but like even in Mario, there's a little bit of writing on the screen and a little bit of story, but you don't get that very much in this game. I'm not sure if there is any at all. I can't remember if there's some at the end, but during the game, there's no information to tell you, you know, like, they didn't bother to put that into the port. You know what I mean? They didn't bother to tell you anything. In these segments right here, there's like 2 of them in this level. I didn't know how to beat them at all at first. I just died over and over again here. It's like you have to just repeatedly shoot the front of it, and it'll move and move forward. And people who are good can tap the gun fast enough and kill it. But see, I didn't even get to kill it there. I just ran through it at the end because I couldn't. That's the only one of the harder parts of this level to understand. I died a bunch on that part, just learning how to get past it. But see, there's 2. Yeah. Alright, see, so like with Ninja Gaiden, for example, there's elements of story into the game, like, but I don't think you see that at all in here. Like, at least in the first one, they didn't bother to put any information. It's probably in the pamphlet, like, and in the book when you first got the game, but nowadays nobody reads those, or I don't know if you'll even have them, to be honest. But I have been playing a lot of Overwatch lately. Has anybody been playing Overwatch? And it's a new game, came out a while back. I don't know, what, 6 months ago now or something. Pretty cool, right? I mean, I was looking forward to it when it was going to come out. It's fun. I like, my favorite character is Cree or May, I think. So here's the boss. He just drops these things on you and you have to learn his pattern. I'm not even very good at it, to be honest. I know you just shoot up like right there. And jump as much as possible. There you go. That's going to be the end of this segment. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the whole content in general, just check out my other videos and tell me what you think. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you in the last and final installment.